Hey everybody, Mean Dean back at you with another video. Today we are doing episode 2 of BC versus the World. And oh boy, do I have one for you today. Alright, so hopefully some Chardonnay lovers out there. If the ABC crowd's out there, you might as well just turn this off now. But don't be ABC crowd, Chardonnay's delicious. Anyway, so today we have got from BC, Checkmate 2016 Attack Chardonnay. Checkmate is the preeminent producer of Chardonnay in British Columbia, there's not much doubt about that. I believe this bottle is somewhere between 90 and 110 bucks. And I have actually tasted many of these wines. I have a lot of them. We were club members. But I don't think I've ever tasted this particular one. I don't have any notes on it in my blog. So, there was that one. This one, this is the king over here. Paul Hobbs, 2016 Gold Rock Chardonnay. This is the one I gave 98 plus points to when we tasted this, I believe in October, November last year. My wife said it was 100. It's the best Chardonnay she's ever had. It's probably the best Chardonnay I've ever had too. So it's probably an unfair comparison, but we'll see, right? So, as with the last time, my wife's going to come in a minute and she's just going to hold up a sign, yes or no. What that means is, she's going to, I want this to be blind. I don't want to have any preconceived notions of which is which. So she might switch them, in which case she'll hold up the yes. So you'll know before I do whether which is which. And if she holds up the no, it means she didn't move them at all. So then I'm going to taste them as blind as I can. Obviously I know the two wines, so it's not that blind. But I don't want to know which one's which. Okay? So we're going to do that now, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, here we are. So now, she switched them or she didn't? I have no idea. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's start with the one that was the... What? It was the Attack. Oh boy. Okay. So I did look this up. The Attack Chardonnay is $115 from Checkmate. The Paul Hobbs, when I bought it from the winery at 85 bucks US. So prices are pretty comparable, same year. Oh, tropical fruit, the oak, the vanilla, baking spices. Oh. I hope that's the Attack. Because that means we're going to have two pretty... Assuming that this one is as good as it was when we had it in October. Okay. So... Much less intense nose, still very nice. A little bit of tropical fruit. A little pineapple, way less oak. I think this is going to be pretty easy. Okay, so, yeah, she switched them. I had no doubt of that. Yeah. So, they're both lovely wines. This is the best Chardonnay I've ever had. And it may be better now than it was the first time, where I gave it 98 plus. This is lovely. Not in the same league. Not even close. So, that's the... if you watched the first episode of this, I gave the BC a slight edge, and it was a very slight edge. Black Hills Nota Bene over Robert Mondavi, the Maestro, Red Blend. This one, California crushes them. And that's not really, please don't think that's an indictment of the Attack, which is a lovely bottle of wine. And we're going to thoroughly enjoy drinking both these today. But this is the best Chardonnay I have ever tasted. And I think it might be better than it was in October. Oh my God. I wish you could all, honestly, I wish you could all taste this with me. Wow. Happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance. Seriously, anybody who doesn't like Chardonnay just doesn't know what they're missing. Yeah, I get it. There was a time in the 90s when they were all oaky butter bombs, especially from coming out of California, but that's not the case anymore. And it probably wasn't even the case then, I'm guessing. I wasn't drinking Chardonnay in the 90s, but I suspect it was probably overblown a little bit. It was a style back then, but I seriously doubt every single good California producer was making butter bombs. Lovely wine, like really nice. Less oaky, less buttery, but there's still some butterscotch. But more acidic, like this acidic, more fruit, not more fruit, but different fruit, more citrus. Whereas this is more tropical fruit and more a little bit of nutty and all the things you expect from just a beautiful Chardonnay. This is a little more, maybe it's more subtle, maybe. It's a lovely wine. The only thing I can do is apologize to Checkmate for putting them up in an impossible situation. And you could, so I've done 2 of these episodes, both times it's been up against the California wines. That wasn't my intention. I actually went to the France section and I had a decent amount of French wines. I don't have many that correspond to any BC wines. I do have a couple of Pinot Noirs in there, one from Alsace and a couple from Burgundy, but I don't have anything from BC right now in my Drink Now cellars that would compare. So that'd be really unfair in terms of France would clobber them. I have a few good Pinots in there, but nothing that's going to compare with those. And I have a kick-ass Hermitage in there that I could have opened up, but I don't have any BC Syrah that's going to compare to it either. I don't think. So I'm trying to, and in theory, I'm trying to come up with comparisons that might be fun to watch, and also, you know, like last week was kind of perfect. They were really close, and it was a tough decision. Again, 2 beautiful wines here, but this is not close. I'm not going to give that 100 points now. I'm not going to say that's a perfect wine, but it might deserve 99 now. Wow. I hope I have one more of those in the cellar. I'm not sure I do. I might only have 2 of them. Can't remember. Of course, back in the day before COVID hit us, we were members of a few wine clubs from the States, and also Paul Hobbs. We weren't really members of the club, but I was on their list, and I ordered quite a few of their wines and just bring them across the border. I haven't been able to do that since COVID hit, of course. And until the borders open, I won't be able to do that at all. So I'm starting to run out of my Paul Hobbs and my Hartford and Turnbull stuff. I'm not out of it yet, but I'm getting closer to being out. It makes me a little nervous. Because when I can't get some more Hartford Chardonnay. See, and this is, and anybody who's ever read my blog, you know how much I love Chardonnay from Hartford Family Winery. And like, they're all spectacular. They're all spectacular. This is still better. This is the best one I've ever had. And Hartford makes some insanely good Chardonnays. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry there was not a lot of drama in that one. That was kind of a slam dunk. It not only easy to guess which was which, but easy to pick a winner here. So that's it for now. Make sure you are, if you're following my wine blog, you probably saw today I posted episode 2 of our Okanagan trip. We were out with Stella, which was a delicious tasting. We go to Liber next. That'll be coming up, so make sure you subscribe to my blog and read it as it comes out. Lots of good Okanagan stuff coming up. For videos, I got a few more ideas. We're going to do some blind tastings. You almost did it today, but we're going to do them. I think next weekend we're going to do a blind tasting or 2. I'm gonna do another. A little while ago, I did a food and wine pairing, kind of out of the box food and wine pairing, and we're doing one of those. And I actually think I might do exactly the same food. If you watch that video, you might remember the wine pairing. See, the wine pairings weren't supposed to be just regular. You know, you can anybody here can Google wine pairing with craft dinner, and you're going to get a couple of ideas. But I wanted to do something that was maybe more interesting and different. It might be a nice pairing that wasn't necessarily what you'd find there. And they didn't work that well at all. 2 of them really didn't work. The third one wasn't great either. So I'm thinking I might make the same 3 dishes and try different ones. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea, or if you think I should just do totally different dishes. So I just got a message on my camera popping up here that my hard drive was full and it stopped recording. There's probably going to be an awkward transition in there somewhere, so I apologize for that. But I was just wrapping things up anyway. But as for what's coming up, I think I said there's going to be some blind tastings coming up, and the food and wine pairings. I'm going to try to do what I did last time: the same 3 dishes and 3 different wines. Out of the box food and wine pairings with some common brunch things. I'll do some dinner ones too, although I might have to do that over separate nights. I probably will, because I'm not going to make 5 dinners, 3 dinners, but maybe I'll do one of those videos where it's done over 3 nights with the different interesting wine pairings. I'm trying to, again, you don't need my help in wine pairings. You've got Google, right? There's a million ways to do it, but I think there's always some we miss, and some interesting ones that don't always show up there, or at least don't show up at the top of your Google searches that might be interesting. So I'm going to look into some of those. Until then, I'm pouring myself some more of this. I'll give the wine the checkmate. Give the wife the checkmate. Yeah, because the poor wife only has to drink a $150 bottle of wine, right? Oh, anyway. So that's it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. I would really appreciate that. And until next time, drink great wine. See you, everybody.